channel Knowledge Hub. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're gonna start with your CBNST class, and that has been the important one, of course, and that's what we have to discuss here. In the same we talk about it, that has been the CBNST. We had done your 20th classes, and that has been the classes your 21th class. In 20th classes, we have started with unit 1, which has been that has been the computer arithmetic errors and rules of equation. Here we had done your second method, bisection method, Newton-Raphson method, iterative method, successive method, and then we are starting with, we had done your, which has been the Barsov method, that is taking for the, which is used for the polynomial, and this of the quadratic factor we have to find out. So here we will deal with it, and lastly we had done, even though before starting with this, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go ahead with like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. So here we're gonna start with the first question of the session here. Find the quadratic factor. X square plus bx plus q equals to 0 of the polynomial so that we'll be having with the same for the polynomial that has been x4 minus 3x cube plus 20x square plus 44x plus 54 equals to 0 using Lin-Barstow method and taking the initial value of p equals to 2 and q equals to 2, perform 2 iteration only. Okay, so here a0 is equals to 1. We'll go ahead. a0 equals to 1, a1 equals to minus 3, a2 equals to 20, a3 equals to 44, and a4 is equals to 54. Also n equals to 4 and p0 is equals to 2 and q0 is equals to 2. So for iteration 1 we go ahead. So for iteration 1, that is, we have here is minus p0 is equals to minus 2 and minus q0 is equals to minus 2. a0 equals to 1, a1 equals to minus 3, a3 is equals to 20, a4 equals to, a2 is equals to 20, and a3 is equals to 44, and a4 equals to 54. That we go ahead here. So we'll find out for the same. And for the same it will be so with the same, we will go ahead for the value. Minus P0, B0 is equals to minus 2. Minus P0, B1 equals to 10. Minus P0, B2 equals to minus 56. And minus P0, B3 equals to 4. For the A, this has been for A2 started. Minus Q0, B0 equals to minus 2. Minus Q0, B1 equals to 10. Minus Q0, B2 is equals to minus 56. Then for the next, we go ahead. B0 is equals to A0, which is equals to 1. B1 equals to minus 5. B2 is equals to 28. B3 is equals to minus 2 and B4 equals to 2. The next, minus P0, C0 is equals to minus 2. Minus P0, C1 equals to 40. Minus P0, C2 is equals to minus 80. The next, minus Q0, C0 is equals to minus 2. Minus Q0, C1 equals to 14. C0 equals to B0, which is equals to 1. C1 equals to minus 7. C2 is equals to 40. And C3 is equals to minus 68. That we have here. Now we go ahead for the next. We'll talk about it here for the same. And here for the same that we have as the values that we had represented even though. And we'll go ahead for the iteration one. We'll solve it out for the P1 here, which has been the important one, of course. So here we go ahead here in the detail. That has been P1 equals to P0 plus delta P equals to P0 minus B4 C1 minus B3 C1 upon C2, which has been upon C2 square minus C1 C3 minus B3 equals to 2 minus 7 minus 2 40 upon 40 square minus 7 minus 68 minus 2. That has been equals to 1.942004, and that has been Q1 equals to Q0 plus delta Q, which is equals to Q0 minus B3 C3 minus B3 minus B4 C2 upon C2 square minus C1 C3 minus B3, which is equals to 2 minus 2 minus 68 minus 2 into 40 upon 40 square minus 7 minus 68 minus 2. That will give you the value 1.954306. Now for the iteration 1, we'll talk about for the synthetic division. We talk about here that what we have to discuss as well. For iteration 2, we made a table for the same. So here minus P1 equals to minus 1.942004, and for minus Q1 equals to minus 1.954306. So for here, that has been for we talk about A0 is equals to 1, A1 equals to -3, A2 equals to 20, A3 is equals to 44, A4 is equals to 54. So we go ahead. That we have then again it will be continued further. That will be continued here. So for the same we go ahead, and that is what we have to talk about it. Here it has been dashed. This has been minus P1 B0 is equals to minus 1.942004 minus P1 B1 9.597392. This is minus P1 B2, which has been minus 53.682983. For it, this has been minus P1 B3, that has been 0.048152. Here it has been dash, that has been minus Q1 B0 minus 1.954306 minus Q1 B1, that has been 9.6858188 minus Q1 B2 minus 54.023049 B0 equals C0 A0 equals to 1. For the same we go ahead here, and that what we have to talk about it, which has been the B1 equals to minus 4.942004, B2 is equals to 27.643086, B3 is equals to minus 0.024795, and of course the B4 we have equals to 0.025103. For the same it will be minus P1 C0 minus 1.942004 minus P1 C1, that has been equals to 13.368771 minus P1 C2 equals to minus 75.849920. That is what we have here. Then again we go ahead with minus Q1 C0 minus 1.954306 minus Q1 C1, that is 13.453458. C0 equals to B0, which is equals to 1, that is C1 equals to minus 6.884008. C2 is equals to 39.057551. C3 is equals to minus 62.421257. So for that, P2 is equals to P1 plus delta P equals to P1 minus B4 C1 minus B3 C2 upon, which has been C2 square minus C1 C3 minus B3. We'll put the value here, 1.942004 minus 0.025103 minus 6.884008 minus 0.024795 and 39.0575551 whole upon 39.057551 square minus 6.884008 minus 62.421257 and minus 6 point minus 0.024795. For that it will be 1.942004 minus 0.795623 whole upon 1095.954547, which is equals to 1.941278. Further, when we'll go ahead here, which is we're finding out for the Q2 that we have to discuss here, we'll go ahead for the same. For the Q2, which is equals to Q1 minus plus delta Q, that is equals to Q1 minus B3 C3 minus B3 minus B4 C2 upon C2 square minus C1 C3 minus B3. We'll put the value and that what we'll talk about it, and then we'll have to find out for the same, and that is what we have as an important one, of course, and we'll be going ahead for the same. So here we'll put the value 1.954306 minus 0.02479558 minus 62.421257 minus 0.024795 minus 0.025103 multiplied by 39.057551 whole upon, which we have, so on the same it will be 39.057551 का square minus 6.884008 minus 62.421257 minus 0.02479551 that we have. So 1.954306 minus 0.566658 whole upon 1095.954547, that is mean equals to 1.953789. So the quadratic factor will get here is equals to x square plus bx plus q equals to x square plus 1.941278x plus 1.953789. Now we go ahead for the another question that has been the important one. The question is solve x4 minus 5x cube plus 20x square minus 40x plus 60 is equals to 0 using Lin-Bistro method. Perform 2 iteration taking p0 equals to minus 4 and q0 equals to minus 8. That we have to find it out as well. That is what we have to discuss here. And for the same, for iteration 1 we go ahead. and for iteration 1 it will be a0 is equals to 1, a1 equals to -5, a2 equals to 20, a3 is equals to -40, a4 equals to 60, p0 is equals to -4, and q0 is equals to 8, and n equals to 4. So we made a table for the same. So here minus p0 equals to 4 and minus q0 equals to -8. So for the same, a0 equals to 1, a1 equals to -5, a2 equals to 20, a3 equals to -40, and a4 equals to 60. So with the same, that we have we'll solve the values for the same, which has been minus p0 b0 equals to 4, minus p0 b1 equals to -4, minus p0 b2 is equals to 32, minus p0 b3 is equals to 0, minus q0 b0 is equals to -8, minus q0 b1 is equals to 8, minus q0 b2 is equals to -64. Again, b0 is equals to a0, which is equals to 1, b1 equals to -1, b2 is equals to 8, b3 is equals to 0, and b4 equals to -4. For that, minus p0 c0 equals to 4, minus p0 c1 equals to 12, minus p0 c2 is equals to 48, minus q0 c0 is equals to that has been -8, minus q0 c1 equals to -24, c0 equals to b0 equals to 1, c1 equals to 3, c2 equals to 12, and c3 is equals to 24. So we'll put the value we had put the values, and now we'll go ahead to find out for the p1 and the q1 respectively. That has been the useful, and that what we'll have to find it out as well. So here we go ahead. p1 equals to p0 plus delta p equals to p0 minus b4 c1 minus b3 c2. So with the same cases we go ahead here, and that's what we will have to talk about it, and which is the important one, of course, upon c2 square minus c1, c3 minus b3. We'll put the value here, -4 minus 4 3 minus 0.212 upon 12 square minus 3 24 minus 0 equals to minus 3.8333. Then for q1 equals to q0 plus delta q, which is equals to q0 minus b3 c3 minus b3 minus b4 c2 upon c2 square minus c1 c3 minus b3. So with the same we go ahead here, and that will implement the value for the same, and which will be as follows: 8 minus 0, 24 minus 0 minus 4, 12 all upon 12 square minus 3, which is into 24 minus 0, that has been equals to 7.3333. So we again go for the iteration 2, which will have to complete it, and that what we even have to discuss here, and that has been the important one, of course. So for the same, so then we'll discuss about it with this, and so on the same cases we go ahead here. So on iteration 2, we'll make a table for it. Then we'll go ahead here, which we have discussed as well. Minus P0 is equals to 3.833, and minus Q1 is equals to minus 7.333. On the same cases, A0 is equals to 1, A1 equals to minus 5, A2 equals to 20, A3 is equals to minus 40, and that has been A4 we have here, so that has been A4 is equals to 60. So we go ahead for the same that we have to discuss here. We made it for it. So we go ahead here, we put the value minus P1 B0, this is 3.833, minus P1 B1 minus 4.473, minus P1 B2 29.874, minus P1 B3 minus 4.224, that is minus Q1 B0 minus 7.733, minus Q1 B1 9.024, minus Q1 B2 minus 57.153. B0 is equals to A0, which is equals to 1. B1 equals to minus 1.167. B2 is equals to 7.794. B3 is equals to 1.102. B4 is equals to minus 1.372. We'll put the value here, that is minus P1C0 is equals to 3.6833, minus P1C1 is equals to 10.218, minus P1C2 is equals to 40.936, and that we have. Now we'll go ahead for the next, that is being, it is minus Q1C0 minus 7.333, minus Q1C1 minus 19.549, and for the next it will be C0 equals to B0, which is equals to 1, and C1 equals to 2.666, C2 is equals to 10.68, C3 is equals to 20.285, and that has been the C. We have here the values to reduce that calculations, only 3 significant decimal places that to be considered here. So we go ahead to find out for P2 equals to P1 plus delta P, which is equals to P1 minus B4 C1 minus B3 C2 upon C2 square minus C1 C3 minus B3 equals to minus 3.833 minus that is we have minus 1.377, 2.666 minus 1.102 and 110.68 upon 10.68 square minus 2.666, 20.285 minus 1.102, which will give you the value here, and that has been the value we have minus 3.975. And for the next we go ahead for the Q2. For the same we have Q2 is equals to Q1 plus delta Q, which is equals to Q1 minus B3 C3 minus B3 minus B4 C3 C2 upon C2 square minus C1 C3 minus B3. We'll implement the value and we'll get the answer 7.488. So the quadratic equation we'll get here, the quadratic factor we'll get here, x square plus px plus q equals to x square minus 3.975x plus 7.488, that will get. So here we'll be ending it up only, that we have to discuss the further, which has been, we'll discuss the next in the rest of the classes, which has been the 22 classes of this session. So here we're gonna end up with, and before ending it up, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go ahead with like, share and subscribe to our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and you can also enjoy the video as well. Other than CBNST, as we had done your sociology and software engineering, we had done your reasoning as well, where in that we had done general mental ability and the logic reasoning. In non-verbal reasoning, we had done your series analogy, classification, analytical reasoning, mirror image, water image, embedded figure, completions of incomplete pattern, figure matrix, paper folding, paper cutting, rule detection, grouping of identical figures, cubes and dice, dot situation, constructions of squares and triangle, figure formation, analysis, and practice question set as well. In terms of that, we are dealing with ER diagram, we are dealing with English vocabulary, we are dealing with quantitative aptitude. In that we had started with arithmetical ability. In that we had done your operations on numbers, SCF and LCF numbers, decimal fractions, simplification, square roots and cube roots, problems on numbers, problems on ages, stats and indices, percentage. And now we're dealing with that has been the profit and loss, with which has been the 11th topic of the session here. In terms of computer-based numerical and statistical technique here, which has been in Unit 1, we had started with the computer arithmetic errors. In that we had done your that is your floating point arithmetic, machine abscond, rule around of error, chopping error, truncation error, associative and distributive law in the floating point arithmetic, inherent error, error propagation, numerical instability. Roots of equation we have to cover up. We had cover up the second method, Newton-Raphson method, and a fixed point iteration method for a simple root and derivations of the root of the conversion, static and acceleration of the conversions, modified Newton-Raphson method for the multiple roots, Birch-White method for the polynomial, and Bystove method for the quadratic factor, computer algorithm of these matter as well. In Unit 2 we have to cover up the interpolations and curve fitting. In that interpolation we have to cover up the algorithm and the error analysis of the Lagrange and the Newton's divided differential interpolation, relationship in the various differences operator, piecewise linear interpolation, cubic spline interpolation, natural spline, Chebyshev's polynomial approximation, Lancos economization of the power series. In the curve fitting we have to cover up the linear and the non-linear least square approximation, third conditioning in the least square method with the Gram-Schmidt process of the orthogonalization composed of the algorithm of least square curve fitting. In terms of Unit 3, which has been the differentiation and integration, we have to cover up on the same cases for that the Cauchy-Lagrange and the Lobato integration method and the Radan integration method. Other terms in the integration method. In Unit 4 we have to cover up the solutions that is of the simultaneous linear algebraic equation, which has been the Gauss eliminative method. Third, conditioning as system condition number success and the relaxive method and the rate of the conversion. In that we have to cover up the solutions of ordinary differential equation, where in that single step methods and the second order, third order and the fourth order method, multi-step method and predicated and the corrector method as well. We have to cover up here, that is the statistical. We will go ahead for the statistical technique. In that we have to cover up the statistical hypothesis, test of hypothesis, type 1 and type 2 errors, level of significance test involving the normal distribution. So here we're gonna end up with, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go ahead with like, share and subscribe to our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Thank you, hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on our comment box. Thank you.